I chose to name this project No Love Boulevard for a slew of reasons, honestly, but I get to the meat of it. When everybody starts their career, it's safe to say, unless you're just trying to be a starving artist for your whole career, it's safe to say you're gonna be at this is your most hungry point when you're starting. So I've grown through my music over the last 2 decades and become quite grown. And at the same time, you need to take time sometimes to not smell the roses, but to go back and smell the bullshit, the thing that got you to where you are now. So I kind of took this back to my freshman album, so to speak, like the hunger of look what you did to me. Not so much as the tongue flipping, but the subject matter. And the whole feel that you're gonna get from the album is gonna be like, this nigga don't give a fuck about nobody. And that's where I came from. I came from shit like I hate you bitch and finally I found me, fuck all y'all. So most of the songs on this new album are gonna put you in the mind frame of that, of a guy who's up against the wall, maybe like a cat in the corner, about to fuck everybody up that's walking in too close. It's No Love Boulevard. And also I chose Boulevard symbolism as a lot of people have riding music. I don't do too much turn up, although I have a couple of up-tempo turn up type songs on this album. My whole thing is highway music. And motherfuckers put my shit in and ride to my shit, hustle to my shit, go from, Atlanta to Birmingham on my shit, wherever they're going, they ride listening to my shit. And what I'm really saying is, by the end of your ride, if you're not in the same mind frame that I was when I recorded this shit, you tripping. You need to, re-ride and re-listen to my shit, but I know you will be. So it's a return of really the young-minded Zero, not so to speak as the adolescent, like not in my knowledge, but the ferocity, the fierceness, the willingness to say whatever and give a fuck about the repercussion type shit. I mean, that's really been me, but I kind of really lay it on the line a whole lot more than previous projects. So I chose to go with No Love Boulevard. This artwork, well actually to be honest, I was really looking for something that was gonna symbolize, no love. And so what you have is really, what I really actually wanted was like an X-ray to show that I ain't got no heart for none of you motherfuckers. And so when you look at the album cover in the front, it's me, of course, in blue, looked upon as like an X-ray. You see, my skeleton and shit like that. And then when you get like around where the heart's supposed to be, it's just black to symbolize, ain't no love, black-heartedness. Some people will take it as, looks like no heart. If you really on key with what I'm saying, it's gonna look like this nigga heart black than a motherfucker, and it's really going along with No Love Boulevard, and I really think that symbolizes where I am in music right now. I've always been willing to say whatever to get my point across. I'm one of those guys where, if I gotta fuck myself up to fuck you up, I'm gonna get you. And this is the same synopsis being adopted here. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to make your head bob, to put some fat on your brain when I'm trying to teach you something, to make you feel good when I'm trying to make you feel good. And if you've been doing some less than G type shit, I'm finna attack your ass there as well. And so I mean, that's really what the artwork is showing. Black-heartedness really means, I guess, being a sociopath to 10 times 10 and multiplied times 100. It's just saying what you want to say, really just being free with your wordplay. And That's really what that is. You know, at Empire, you know, you're gonna turn in a record as any label or as any distributor, and you're gonna have dates that you can release your music on. And I had dates to choose from a couple months ago, so I was like, I didn't really want to do this one like I did Legendary. I wanted to do this one like I did Drinking and Driving. Drinking and Driving, I had ample time to do press, promo, you know, run similar to the one I'm on now. And with Legendary, I was just like, hey, bitch, my shit in the store, go get it. I wanted to see how much I could sell with just, bitch, my shit is out. So with this one, I chose June 30th a couple of months ago so I could put, you know, interviews like these in line and, you know, get around into places I haven't been before, new markets, and let people know, you know, versus just Instagram all the time. I think it's more intimate if you get off your ass and go actually do an interview with DJ Smallz and not be trying to talk to him over the phone and shit. Like, I think that shit means more. And so I needed time to be more intimate with people I need to be intimate with my music, and you know, so they could probably receive it, because I'm not gonna lie. Motherfuckers email me shit all the time, and I'm like, you know, trash bin. But I see somebody and they, hey man, I don't mean to fuck with your time, but can you check this out right quick? Okay, well for sure. Because you know how, you know Zero, you fucking with me too much, I'm gonna knock your ass out. So you really got to be really putting your shit on the line and really letting the motherfucker, like I'm determined. And I see that determination, so I adopt that shit for myself. So, you know, I'm out here fucking with people like people be out there fucking with me. Usually it's gonna be 13 songs. And with this one, I chose to put a little extra because right at the end of the album, for some reason, well, not for some reason, for a reason, I got into a zone. And the whole feeling I had while doing this album was like, yeah, it's the return to zero, which I ain't been nowhere, but I'm like, yeah, it's the return to zero for the third time in a year and a half. But I woke up one day and I was just like, you know what? Man, fuck this shit. And I started adding more songs. So I sent another song, I sent Play Me. Then I was like, yeah. Then motherfuckers was like, well man, they say this your last one. Like it's gonna be fucked up. So I like, all right, well, I did a song called He's Not Done Yet. Then I fucked around and did 8 extra songs. And they was like, nigga, we done already turned this shit in. It's pressed already. Like, we can't add no more motherfucking songs. You gonna have to do another album. But I think it's a little bit more because right at the end, I started recording more and more and more and more. And I mean, it's like that when you got your own studio in your own mansion. Like, it's second nature to just wake up, roll one, go upstairs, and cut that shit on and let that shit rip. And I mean, I was just waking up and cutting that shit on and letting that shit rip so much. And I mean, because if you ask me, I really wanted to do a double disc. But I was kind of, I'm not gonna say I was told not to, because motherfucker not gonna just tell me shit. You know, nobody, but not saying that in a disrespectful manner, but they like, man, don't waste no songs. You know, leave something open for the mind. So I was like, cool. That's what I did. Well, actually, I just sent the album to Empire, and I let them come up with the track listing. My main concern with this one was just to have the last song symbolizing leaving. That was the only thing I was concerned with this record was I was like, look, I don't care where you put none of this shit, but Bye Bye and He's Not Done Yet got to be the last songs on the album because it just makes sense. You know, it was Bye Bye, like, I'm gone. And then right after Bye Bye, it's like, oh, but I'm not done yet. So giving the consumer something to think about after they get this and they hear this whole project in its entirety and they get to that song and they're like, oh shit, it kind of leaves room for the mind to wonder, like, is this the last album? But the song is saying he's not done yet, so it leaves the mind open for more music to come. And when I checked out the track listing, I wasn't too upset with it. I mean, you know, well, I wasn't upset with it because, of course, it's my shit. I like every song, and long as it's not a gangster song behind a gangster song behind a gangster song, like it's gangster song, female song, reality, police, you know, just long as it's different, you know, it kind of breaks the monotony up a little bit. But Empire chose the track listing for this one. The sequence arrangement of this one, I can kind of compare it a little bit to Drinking and Driving, as this one starts off a little milder. Like Drinking and Driving started off turned up with Devil Ass City. Legendary started off political with you know, really shit. I never wrote a freestyle about some political issues and whatnot. This one starts off with a old school feel, like some shit you would probably hear Scarface rapping on back before the Ghetto Boys split. And I wanted to start off slower with this one and then really build up into the meat of it. So I would really compare this to, you know, your drink, your appetizer, your entree. You know, I mean, that's what I would compare this one to. And I mean, you know, like what you just said, you know, you got this type of song, then you got the song for the girl, then you got some slight turn up, you know, and then you go back to a nasty song for the girls, cause you know, if it's a Zero record, I gotta have some crazy ass record, you know, for the females, some outside of the box type shit. Then it goes back into some hard shit. You know, then it goes into some shit that you can put some fat on your brain to. Then it goes back into some turn up. You know, I hesitate to say that it's everywhere because the music, you know, the next song complements the song before it, and nothing is out of place. So I mean, I really gotta say it's your, you know, it's your drink, it's your appetizer, and then it's your entree. First song, Lost My Mind. And it's really, through my whole 2 decades of music, I've been a different cat. You know, I've been, I don't wanna say I've been a robot, or I've been just, you know, I'm not even gonna say that I'm hard to deal with. I'm gonna say I'm not tooting my own horn when I say anything like this, but kind of misunderstood so much to a fact that motherfuckers fear me. And I'm not saying that I'm just this big bad motherfucker that's putting hands on everybody, because I mean, it's just not that. I mean, I'm just not as sociable as the regular person would want me to be. So motherfuckers call me crazy because I walk in, I don't speak unless spoken to, unless it's some shit like, you know, some musical shit. I mean, a lot of rap people don't fuck with me. So, but whatever that reason may be it fear on the track, or be it just, I mean, we just don't like that nigga, whatever it is. I mean, hey, but I mean, the first one is Lost My Mind, and I'm really explaining to people why I'm rapped the way I'm rapped. Well, you know, like the second verse starts off, Therozine, we're Bruterin and Prozac. That's the reason Zero act the way Zero act. You know, say doctor's dose is too strong, so can you change mine? Cause I be frowning, I be laughing at the same time. And I mean, yes, it's been bipolar. Yes, it's been, you know, well, hopefully not now, I'm using my brain, but I have been rated as a sociopath in the past, and yes, it's been Therozine, from the shot to the brown pill. Yes, it's been, you know, Lexapro, you know, Wellbutrin, Prozac, all that shit. That played a major role in how I receive people. And then, you know, my intellect is too high. I know when you doing some shit you ain't supposed to be doing with me. And people say I'm crazy because I heard it. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. It's kind of like when you walk in a room and if somebody's like, hey man, that nigga DJ Smallz a hoe, but you heard it. So you walk over there and you like, who a hoe? And you knock their bitch ass out. They mad at you because you heard the shit. They really mad because they got put on the spot, and you know, I can't exercise my better judgment all the time because it don't feel good. You know, I'm gonna come and slide you up under some shit, so they think I lost my mind, when really I'm just doing what a street nigga would do. And although I'm entrepreneurial right now and rich, so to speak, I'm still not gonna deal with disrespect the same way you're not gonna deal with it, the same way, you know, all the good people that's watching this right now, they're not gonna deal with it either. But I guess because I'm on some type of pedestal, it's something wrong with me when I give a retort versus a reply. So, lost my mind. I'm kind of, you know, I'm just wrapping up on why motherfuckers think I'm crazy and what's really going on with me. So, you know, that's the first song on the album, Lost My Mind. The second song, From the Other Side. This is put some fat on your brain type of music. Like the first verse deals with this snobbish ass girl that don't know how to treat people because her body looks how it looks. You know, just being a diva all the time, and then it visits the, this is why don't nobody fuck with you, cause you know, it's a learning experience. You know, it deals with the hustler, you know, that's really a po hustler. Motherfucker always wants some money from you. You don't give it to him. You're a hoe ass nigga cause you own. And you know, it's really dealing with a crying wolf. Then something really happening to you. Ain't nobody fucking with you because of how you've treated them. So I'm really on some knowledge shit on From the Other Side. You know, it's and I'm really speaking as like I guess a prosecutor in a courtroom. It's like actually the video is where you got the girl sitting here and I'm reading her rights, so to speak, walking around her like, you did this, but yet you know, you treat people like this, but then you wonder why people don't fuck with you type shit. And I'm telling her, just bitch, cause you this bitch right now, you don't have to stay this bitch. I'm here to try to tell you how to come to your womanhood. You know, you learned how to be a bitch. You can unlearn that shit. Take my hand, let me pull you over here to the other side. This is an invitation. This is an invitation from common sense right here. Let me show you how to get common right quick. Leave all that bullshit over there, all that vanity and all that, and take my hand. I'm gonna bring you on this side, show you how to talk to people versus at people. You know, it's a learning experience. And then the last verse deals with me and my flaws. Where I'm telling myself, hey, bro, you know, the same shit. Teaching myself. So, you know, I'm not just lashing out at him or her. I'm lashing out at myself as well. So, you know, I always got to teach somebody something in my songs. I mean, if I wasn't doing that, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. And then we have Solid. Solid is a cool song for me. It's like slow turn up. And it's really just saying, man, my backbone don't bend. I'm straight up. You know, if you a bitch, hey, man, I'm gonna call you what you are. And I would want you to do the same with me. And then, you know, it's just like a fun tune. And then also, one of my good friends, his clothing line is called Solid. You know, he designed all my concert clothes and whatnot. You know, his brother's my barber. Solid is like, you know, some shit we say when shit is like, yeah, you know, like, oh shit, oh, that's my man right here. Solid. Oh shit, you home from jail, here go a car. Oh shit, solid. You know, it's just, solid is like the new hell yeah in this, you know, in this terminology right here. So, and it's kind of showing different ways I can rap slow and fast at the same time and mix it up with singing. You know, I'm just doing my natural zero thing on that. So, you know, that's solid. Then we have Belong to the Streets, which is visiting the, you know, the old situation of the hustler that's never at home and the better half who's there complaining about it. It's really that, damn, when you gonna come home, I'm getting sick of this shit. What the fuck are you doing? Bitch, I'm paying for this mansion that you living up in right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, this Maserati that you drive, this Bentley that I drive, this, you know. And, you know, not even that. You know, the niggas in the hood, you know what I'm saying, with the same shit. Bitch, I'm trying to reach my quota. The first ain't gonna never relax, so why should I? So, you know, the shit says, the hook says, you know, my heart belongs to the streets, but my love belongs to you. I gotta get out of here and do what I gotta do so I can take care of you. So, I mean, you know, everybody is, you know, a victim of that, whether you doing something illegal or you going to work every day and you got somebody who at your house sucking up all your air and eating up all your Fruit Loops or whatever the fuck it is, your filet mignon, whatever it is. And I just had to do that because I was going through that a whole lot my damn self. Doing 3 songs a day, you don't have time to do shit. So, Belong to the Streets. Well, after Belong to the Streets, we have They Don't Understand, which is one of my favorites. And it also refers back to number 1 of, you know, Lost My Mind. This song is, well, first of all, it's R&B, which is the norm for Zero by now. It's R&B, and it's really dealing with, like number 1, why I am the way I am. And it's through song, you know. Number 1 is more rapping, you know, it's a little singing on the 3rd verse, but this is a whole total R&B effort. And I think this is the first time I really did a riff, like, and turns and shit. Like, I've sung and I've hold notes, but this song is like, I could be an R&B dude if I wanted to after you listen to this shit. This shit really shows my range from talking in a bass/baritone voice and getting all the way up on this falsetto shit and sounding good and not sounding auto-tune-ish or none of that. But, and you know, I'm singing my heart out about issues that I deal with. And I'm just telling motherfuckers like, man, why you act like that? Man, y'all don't understand, man. Y'all some hoe ass niggas. I cannot sit here and pretend that you not know when I know you are, type shit. And, you know, motherfuckers want to force themselves upon you and not giving a fuck how you feel about it. It's kind of like the motherfucker that always want to take some shit from you and get mad at a motherfucker at you because you don't want them to come around. Man, why I can't kick it? Cause, nigga, I'm missing $500. You don't come around this bitch one time and ain't nobody gonna see you no motherfucking more. Like, y'all don't understand why, like even with certain beefs I had with people. Well, man, why you can't squash that with him? Man, you don't understand. I know you as a fan, you wanna see your favorite guy here and your favorite guy there come back and do a song together. But you don't know how deep that beef really is. You don't know what's really sitting behind the anger or the numbness in the one or the two, you know, the people involved. And I'm just really, you know, letting people know like, hey man, I feel that you want me to, you know, do music with, say Trey, for instance. You want ABN to come back. I tell people all the time, ABN ain't going nowhere. He's doing ABN. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing ZRO. I'm doing Zero. I know y'all want to see, you know, a rekindling of 08, 09. It is what it is. But I mean, motherfuckers don't understand what's behind the split. Motherfuckers don't understand what's behind us not saying shit to each other for 5 years. All they know is, man, it is what it is was my favorite shit. So I'm just letting motherfuckers know, y'all don't really know, but I'm telling y'all in the song. So, you know, that's They Don't Understand. And it's It happened to be one of my most favorites on the album because of, like I said, because of the singing and shit. Like I can honestly say to me, I think I outdid myself on this one. And then we have, well, self-explanatory, Use a Bitch, name of the song. And basically I don't think that one really needs too much light shit on it. Like, use a bitch. And I'm letting you know, use a bitch. I'm talking to the female and the male. And I mean, you know, and you know, all these songs go along with No Love Boulevard. The whole meaning, you know, they fit to the T. You know, use a bitch. I ain't showing this bitch no love. I ain't showing this nigga no love. And I'm just, you know, I guess you could say something like a ghetto news reporter on this motherfucker, just letting people know why I'm so comfortable with reading you. And it's a slower song, a lot of melodies, but it's slower than usual, so I'm singing, and I'm not rapping fast at all on it, I'm making it easy to understand. The hook is not even, you know, too far-fetched. It's just, use a bitch. Don't you ever get tired of acting like a bitch. I mean, you know, it's like I'm talking to somebody. I'm having a conversation like, nah, you know you a hoe. Over here with the real niggas. Like, you know you out of bounds right now. So, you know, use a bitch. That's use a bitch. And after use a bitch, we have, hold on, let me see what's after use a bitch. Damn camera's doing some shit it wants to do. We have Bring a Stack, which is some shit I stole from Jeezy, of course. And hope I don't get sued, but if I do, it'll be a good thing. And it's really talking about my present state of rap. And I'm using, you know, his famous line. But I mean, it's really saying that if you gonna come fucking with me on this rap shit, just cause I'm not on that BET stage, I'm not at the awards, you know, I'm not being held in high regard publicly on this or that, I'm still a motherfucker. And it's not gonna be for free. I'm gonna get on your shit. I'm going to murder you because this is what I do. So I'm really using it as symbolism, like, you know, bring a stack. You gonna come fuck with me. And of course it's not a stack, but I mean, it was just a famous Jeezy quote. And I end all three verses with, you know, I hope young Jeezy don't mind, had to make a hook out of one of his famous punchline. It's taking too long to bring it back. You was short anyway, so bring a stack. And I'm really talking about these rap/R&B dudes. And I'm like, nigga, since Nate Dogg is gone, I own that shit now. You know, I own that shit, and I'm letting motherfuckers know, hey, do your homework. I'm not, you know, everybody doing their thing right now, but hey, don't forget about where this shit came from. You know what I'm saying? Nate was singing that shit all the way. I started ringing, which is rap singing, with my shit, and I just want to get a little credit for it. So I was telling motherfuckers, you know, bring a stack, and I'm explaining how I am a staple in the game. On this, I'm not really being boastful. I've never really been that, but I'm just letting the motherfucker know I'm still here, and I can still go. So let's bring a stack, and then we have Devil in Me. And to anybody who's maybe, you know, with their third eye open, or maybe, you know, you standing on your six or whatever, you're gonna know what I'm talking about on this. This is talking about leaving your soul somewhere in order to get a whole bunch of money. And I think we all know what that is right about now. And all the times that I've been, you know, propositioned by this or propositioned by that, and I'm just letting motherfuckers know I ultimately chose God. So you look at me and be like, damn, why is he not further along than he is? Well, that's one of the strong reasons right there. But at the same time, I'm blessed enough to say, okay, I'm a six-figure nigga. you don't know about it, so I don't get robbed and shit like all the rest of these rappers be getting broke into and robbed and they shit taken all the time. I'm not poking fun. I'm just telling the truth. I'm blessed enough to be like, I don't gotta work for the rest of my life. I'm blessed enough to know my kids gonna be taken care of when I leave here. But the flip side is, I know where I could be right now. I know where I could be right now. And I probably could be somewhere with some of my favorite rappers. And, all I wanted to do for a long time was do songs with certain cats, and I think that living my life a certain way prevents me from doing a song with certain cats. And I know being on Rap a Lot, there's a lot of people think I'm still on Rap a Lot. There's a lot of people scared, like, oh, well, I don't want to fuck with you, but nigga, we ain't fucking with that type shit. That's one thing, but I had opportunities where I could have, did some shit that I would consider to be less than manly, and I could have woke up the next day with 10 million motherfucking dollars overnight, but I wasn't prepared for the repercussions that was gonna come with it. I wouldn't, I know damn well I wouldn't be able to look at myself in my own eye in the mirror and see my soul, like Tupac said. So I chose to keep my reflection. But the devil in me is dealing with selling your soul for riches and fame and shit like that. And I ain't choose to do that. I chose to just keep doing what I'm doing. So that was Devil in Me. Then we have Play Me, which is sort of, it's to the point. The motto is fuck you, pay me. I never let a bitch nigga play me. In our society right now, I don't give a damn if you are a rapper, an R&B singer, an athlete, deacon. If you are just a regular person, it's always gonna be somebody trying to swindle you out of something, trying to bamboozle you, trying to hit you with that. I know it's not a real word, but I just love how it sounds when it flows off my tongue. Just shenanigantry. Like, motherfucker try to make you the victim of a shenanigan all the motherfucking time. And I'm just really, I'm going in on those people that would try to innately Tupac you with Quad Studios. Hey, come do a song, and then rob the shit out you, or, use your kids and use your bitch against you, kidnap your, like, I'm on some shit like that, because, I've had a whole lot of run-ins with shit like that as well. And I'm just really letting them know, I'm just letting motherfuckers know I can't be played. I'm playing the game already. So that's Play Me, That's really a really short rendition of that. And jamming song too, kind of trappish like sound to it. Real jamming. Then we have Kiwi. And this is a song for the females. And if you know me, you know there's some nasty shit. Kiwi, when the pussy has bald and it grows back, lightly fluffy, post-prickly, like a kiwi fruit. Yeah, so we talking about the pussy. You know what I'm saying? Kiwi, that thing look just like a kiwi when we be on top of these sheets. I'm just getting at a badass bitch on this song. Telling the bitch, quit playing like you walking around here with this little shit on, and I need to get up in there like swimwear without the chin hair, you know what I'm saying? This could not be your song because of the chin hair, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Kiwi is it's a jamming ass slower song. It's for my sexy women out there. It's for my petite women, for my big women. Everybody shaving their pussy, you know what I'm saying? And I like that shit. Pimp C, my man Pimp, he used to like that nappy shit. He wanted the pussy to be, fluffed out and with a bunch of. I ain't really fucking with that Brillo pad like that. I need some cool runnings. I need some smoothness. So Kiwi, hair grow back slightly, just a smidgen, that's the bitch I'm trying to fuck with. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think my auntie gonna like that too much, but hey, you know, she know me by now. After Kiwi, we have Lit Up. And it's really talking about firing some motherfuckers up. You know, the hook is like, you know, get lit up when you talking out your face. You know what I'm saying? You know them niggas who are always on the internet, they ain't gonna say none of that shit in your face though. But they out, nigga, I see you, and huffing and puffing and all this old, man. And the motherfuckers in your face that do that shit, you know. I'm just really telling the motherfucker, man, hey man, don't make me jeopardize this day I just got in Houston. Don't make me jeopardize none of this good shit I got going on, because I will light your ass up. My manhood is innately, you know, right behind God and my kids, the most important thing to me. And I'm not gonna let nobody emasculate me. I'm not gonna let, I know the saying is, you know, let a motherfucker say what they gonna say, as long as you ain't putting your hands on me. And I'm gonna let you say, I'm gonna say some shit back though. I'm not a real good lip boxer, but you're gonna get my personal 10-foot range. I'm gonna light your ass up, whether it's, you know, with some shit I'm not supposed to be carrying, or I'm gonna knock your ass out. I mean, that's all I know. And I'm just really letting the motherfucker know. And it's kind of slow turn up. It feel good, you know. It's something similar to Solid, and you know, Solid was toward the beginning of the record. These are similar songs in the fact that they are, I call it slow turn up. So I couldn't have them right by each other on the album. So, you know, Solid in the beginning, we got Lit Up at the end. And I'm doing a couple high notes on here, but I'm rapping. Like, well, let me reiterate, I'm ringing on here, rap singing again. Cool beat, cool slow beat. I love that dark shit. You know, I don't have too many, I mean, even Belong to the Streets, it's a bright, dark beat. But I mean, you feel the darkness on the beat and I bring the light to it. And with Lit Up, I damn near couldn't bring no light to this motherfucker because it's saw basses and so many, like that old school Mr. Lee shit, like from back in the gap when he was producing that shit for Pimp and Jeezy at the same time. Like, man, like that dark saw bass shit. So, you know, Lit Up, it's really a I fuck you up song. So, you know, that's Lit Up. Then after Lit Up, we have We Are, which is derived from Narcos. And it's really me having a fun time on a Narcos type of guitar riff. And I'm just really saying, we are what these haters not. You know what I'm saying? Letting motherfuckers know what we are doing. We are getting money. We are fucking our bitches and your bitches. You know, we are not hoe ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? We are giving back to the community. I mean, it's you know, when you hear the titles of my shit, you really don't have to sit there and ponder too long like what the shit's gonna be about. The rap gonna be deep, but the meaning ain't gonna never be straying too far away from the song itself. And I mean, We Are is really like a cool celebration, if I could say that. It's feel good. And I'm talking about whooping ass and sliding people on this one too as well. Because I mean, let's face it, I'm used to that. I'm used to, well, not used to doing that, but I'm used to talking that talk. That's my jargon for this whole 2 decades has been, I do this and I do that type shit. Like not on no bullet shit. I'm on some reactive type shit. But I mean, We Are, and it's a cool beat produced by my guy Jonathan Zeeby, amazing producer from France. Guy's awesome. Him and his brother Mikael Zeeby, they awesome. Jonathan Zeeby is awesome, and I had real fun, you know, making the We Are jam. And like I say, it's it's a celebration to me, you know, we are, you know. So after we are, we have Bye Bye, which is dealing with really what it sounds like. I'm telling these motherfuckers to kiss my ass and I don't need you. And it's a up-tempo R&B song. You know, it's real quick to get you ready for the song after that one. But I mean, Bye Bye is really dealing with it's really telling people, you know, I'm not really supposed to trip on you being less than what you're supposed to be. I can just tell you deuces because I'm smart enough to know that I don't have to deal with that shit. So I'm really exercising my thinking process on here. I'm exercising, you know, my cognitiveness with this song, really telling the listener, don't sweat that, let that. You know what I'm saying? They not acting right, leave. You know, you ain't gotta cut the bitch up and barbecue the bitch. Just leave that bitch where she at. And to my sister, you know, hey, you ain't gotta take that shit from that nigga. Wait till that nigga go to sleep. Let him wake up to a Dear John or a Dear Raheem letter or a Dear Carlos if you know, whatever the fuck. Hey, man, I ain't putting up with this shit no more. I am gone. By the time you wake up, man, I'm 4 hours down the street. I'm out this motherfucker. And I do this so much in my line of living to where, you know, motherfucker keep doing the same shit to me twice. I pay motherfuckers to get away from me. So motherfucker just, hey, what's going on today? Hey, man, I got 5 stacks for you, bro. For what? Man, I just fuck with you like that. Take this 5,000. Get your bitch ass out of my life. Now, I ain't gonna say that last part, but as soon as I pay you, all of a sudden this number not gonna work no more. You're gonna think, oh, I'm part of One Deep Entertainment. You are, motherfucker. You're One Deep. And you ain't part of my One Deep Entertainment, but, you know, that's what I do, man. I pay a motherfucker not to stay. That's just me. So if I ever give you a bankroll, you know what it is, if you ain't earned it. But, and that's really what I'm telling people with this song. You know, I'm shouting out me and Slim Thug on this song. Shit I see him go through all the time. Same shit I see myself go through all the time. These motherfuckers coming around because you're zero, not because you're Joseph McVeigh. And these motherfuckers think I'm too pressed for time or think I'm not intelligent enough to recognize that when I'm on their radar before they even know they have a radar. So yeah, that's Bye Bye. And then it gets to the last song, He's Not Done Yet, which I want to put at the end of the album. You know, it's sort of like a teaser for my real fans. And this is a turn up song, by the way. And actually, I think, you know, by listening to shit that you have, you know, played and debuted and shit, I think this is shit that you would fuck with. Turn up is outside the box for me, but somehow I do the shit well without losing the character that I am. So when I do these types of songs, I have to make sure that I keep myself me. Like I'm not, you know, my pants not never gonna get tight. That's number motherfucking 1. My dick gotta breathe. And then number 2, my subject matter is still gonna stay 0 subject matter. You know, I'm not knocking nobody else, but for what I do, I must stay true to me. You know, true to my urban culture. So, and it's really telling the listener, is this nigga's last album? Or is he just trying to sell this album by making us think this is the last one? Because if you asking me, I'm like, man, fuck this shit, I'm tired. Music is going in a different direction now. Even though I have a large cult following around the world, it's enough of my fans to keep me financially motivated until I leave this motherfucking earth. You know, I could rap until I can't talk no more. So this He's Not Done Yet, right after Bye Bye, is really making the consumer be like, man, I wonder if this nigga playing. I wonder if he lying. I wonder if this, because as soon as I said it was my final album, Instagram blew up. What? Say what? You gonna leave me out here with the mumble rap? And you know, all that type of shit. I've even got threats. Nigga, when I see you, I'ma shoot you. You ain't finna leave me out here with this type shit. And I'm like, I'm LOLing at the shit, but I mean, I'm seeing the seriousness of it. So I came up with He's Not Done Yet as a glimmer of hope that I might stick around for the people who want me to be here. And I thought that was the perfect way, I repeat, that was the perfect way to end this album. By, you know, letting my people hear me how they've never heard me before, first of all. Like I'm rapping like a new nigga. It's just the shit I'm saying is, that ain't Zero, that's Roseph. You know, this is the line. This is Zero and Joseph coming together to make Roseph, and rapping on a track that could be my grand finale. It could be. And that's No Love Boulevard. I mean, the only love that you're gonna get out of this is that I love a shaved pussy. All the rest of that shit is some no love shit. And it's some shit that you can ride to. It ain't nothing that's gonna have you just too crunk in your car where you get pulled over for excessive movement behind the wheel. It's not gonna be none of that. But it's gonna be definitely some shit that you can digest mentally. No Love Boulevard. I decided at song number 10 that I wanted this to be my last album. I didn't decide I want this to be my last album before I started making it. I decided 10 songs in that my feelings changed, so to speak, with roughly, 4 or 5 songs to go. So, I mean, it was gonna be No Love Boulevard from the jump, but right around the time I got to number 10, I was like, yeah, this shit's finna drive me crazy. I'm finna have to sit down or implode. So I made that decision when I was damn near finished with the record. I think that'll be something that the listener didn't know, because I've never told nobody that.